morning, welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and it's No Waste Wednesday. And I have been playing with a little mini die cut machine that my son very kindly gifted me for my birthday at the weekend. It wasn't my birthday at the weekend, it was earlier this month, but long story behind it, I won't bother going into it. But I have been playing and I've done all these little, I wanted a mini die cut machine because you know what, the big one that I've got is lovely, but when you want to just do little bits and pieces like this, it's a bit of a pain, if I'm completely honest. And yeah, over the weekend I kind of did lots of little bits and pieces. Look how beautiful they are, aren't they gorgeous? And I want to try and make use of these in the Vintage Blue Hues Journal. So I had a dig through all my little bits and pieces like you do, and I also came across these which were spares from the little 3D globe, snow globe that I did, and I thought with them being blue, I thought I'd try and make use of those as well. So today is going to literally just be trying to make head or tail of some of this, so that it doesn't go to waste, because it would be such a shame. They're such beautiful little things, and I want to make use of them if I can. So had a dig through. I came across this, which is a beautiful blue, just a little bit of cardstock. That's an off print that I didn't use. We've got a little bit of paper with stars on. I've got a little blue butterfly here that I could potentially make use of. This was out of an old card. I've got scrappy bits. This was one of Amanda's background papers that she did, that I've used bits off, and I thought I could make use of that somewhere along the line. There's bits and pieces, all from previous projects that I've done. Oh, there's another one of those. Holographic papers, that was from the ocean spray journal that I did. Winter Wonderland journal, bits of old book page that's sitting around, and then obviously these are the prints from the actual Vintage Blue Hues Journal anyway. So I'm going to try and have a bit of a play. I need to make up some tags and some journal cards, although I have to say you do get a lot within the kit, but I do like to try and put my hand in at making some of my own as well. And my first idea was to make use of this, and I want to sort of do it like that. I'll make a journal card from it. So I guess I want that at about, I think about 4.5 wide, and I'm going to go with 6 deep, maybe. Let's just see where we go from there, and then yeah, we'll worry about the rest later. If I need to cut it down at all, I can do that. So we're going with 6 deep. The corners are a bit, I could always clip the corners off. 4.5 wide. Okay, so that's kind of the size that I want to use, and I'm just wondering if that will also fit on that sort of size as well. It will. So in actual fact, I'm going to cut 2 of these, and I might actually, who knows, have time enough to do 2 today, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? So yeah, we'll see how we go anyway. I'm going to start with 1. I mean, this is just beautiful. I have told you this story before, but for those of you that are new here, I picked up a huge haul from somebody who was selling all their craft stuff, and I got a huge bag of stuff for next to nothing, to be honest with you. And there was a lot of die cuts in it, and I've never actually, well, I say I've never, I've used very few of the die cuts that I picked up, but this was one of them. And I've never used it, but with my new little toy, I played with this at the weekend. And I found that it does that, which is gorgeous, isn't it? And then it also comes with a little spare, I say spare, an extra little birdie as well. Isn't that lovely? So pretty. And I thought I could maybe do something with that as well. So that's my plan. Let's just see how it all works out, shall we? So first thing I want to do is I want a bit of lace, and I want a bit of this and a bit of that. And yeah, I want to stick that sort of like that, because I want that sort of crescent shape at the top there. And I'm just going to make sure, yeah, I just need to make sure that the crescent shape is enough to pop in an infill of lace. So I'm going to glue the bottom bit just down here. Just a little bit of glue just to tack it in place. There we go. Okay. So let me just get this, because like I say, I want to put a little lacy bit on it, but I need to make sure I'm leaving enough room for it. So I reckon probably about there seems to be about right for me. Okie dokie doodlies. Now then, next bit is going to be the trial, because I don't want to go on the outside with the lace. Will I get away with going on the outside? No, I'm going to go on the underside. So we're going to go on this side, and I'm probably going to have to cut the lace down quite a bit. I need to check and see which is the right way round, as always. The right way is the wrong way. That way. Okay. So I want to start here. It'll all become clear, I can assure you. I have a plan, Stan. So how are we all on hump day? It is halfway through the week, and my glue doesn't want to come out. Why doesn't my glue want to come out, folks? There is absolutely no reason for that at all. Come along, stop messing about. There we go. Okay. I am just going to do a little bit at a time, because to get this to lay flat, I'm going to have to cut it. And I think I'm probably going to have to cut it every third one to get it to lay flat. That's my thought. There we go. Smashing. So far, so good, folks. So far, so good. Am I putting that around the right way? Yes, I believe I am. Okay, and then we're going to go here. 1, 2, and 3. I need a bit more glue. Didn't go around far enough with the glue. Come along. My glue's gone gloopy again already. Why is that gone gloopy again already? It's a bit of a nuisance. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cut that there. Oh, I'm stuck to it. Get off. Okay. Let me cut this before I stick it. Might be easier, mightn't it? So I want 1, 2. I'll see how I get on with that. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's all sticky. Get off. Oh dear. Let me curl that round a bit, see if I can stick that on. Come on. There we go, fiddly little job. Do you know, I think every job I do is a fiddly little job. I do make work for myself. Oh no, I've just stuck to it and pulled it off. Oh dear. Get off. There we go. That's what we want. Stick, 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 stick. Okay. Okay, I think I'm there. Oh, that's nice. Yep. So my plan was, you see, to bring these ones forward and up and over. That's like so. And then these ones the same here, you see. All being, oh well. There. That's perfect. Love it when a plan comes together, don't you? Right, so that's the first bit. Very pretty, isn't it? And then we want to stick this onto here at some point. I'm not sure yet if I'm ready to stick down yet, because I now have to plan out the rest of it. Now, I did have a little play with this, and I've not managed to come up with a sequence yet that I like. So we could be here sometime. So I want that one on there. Okay, y'all. Nice. I need to stick this down. I'm sorry if you can hear that fly buzzing. They drive me mad. I hate them. I think they're awful things. I don't use the word hate very often because I think it's a really awful word, and I think people use it far too freely. But I think it's okay where flies are concerned. They're terrible, nasty, awful things, aren't they? I need a bit of tissue. I need to mop up in aisle 3. Made a white hoo-ha of a mess there, haven't I? Oh dear. There we go. Okay. So that's where I want it. Let's see if I can do this without so much of a mess. In actual fact, I have seen somebody where they put the glue on their hand. It would help if the glue actually came out, wouldn't it? And then they wiped the detail over the top when it's filigree like this. Let's see if that works, shall we? I've not done that before. We shall see. I'm not sure it's worked terribly well. I can see blobby bits. Oh, I need to get that in place before that dries. There we go. Okay, let me get my blobby bits off. That's very pretty. I love this. I love being able to use the die cut with such ease. There we go. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'm not sure I've positioned it perfectly well, but it's good enough. I'm just putting a little tiny little edge round here, just to frame and give a little bit of definition. We love a bit of frame and definition, don't we? There we go. That looks lovely. And I'm very happy with that there. So we're going to pop that down there. Oh, I haven't stuck that bit down yet, have I, Donut? Come on, Dawn, think about it. Oh dear, let's stick this bit down. Now then, I'm not making any tucks or anything on this journal card, because with this, I just feel that if I did, the things would catch on it anyway, and it wouldn't work terribly well. So we are just going with a basic journal card if you can call something like this basic, if you know what I mean. There we go. Okay, let's pop that down there. Does that look about right? Oh, too bad now. We're going in. It's going down. Okay. I think I might have come down too far with that, actually, because I was going to... Oh, ratatouille. But I can't get that up now, can I? Or can I? I might be able to. Might be able to. I'm going to have to, though. Well, we're going to have to decorate now, aren't we? Because I need to get rid of all of this. It's all going to be a mess. It'll all come out in the wash. No, it doesn't want to stick. Come along. There we go. So, if anybody is looking for anything to watch at the moment, I'm a little bit behind the times, to be honest with you. I started watching Grimm a little while ago. I say a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago. I'm absolutely loving it. I think it's brilliant. If you haven't seen it, absolutely well worth a watch. If you like kind of fantasy style things, you know, things that aren't real, werewolves and vampires and, yeah, all the sort of mythical bits and pieces. It's quite a good series, quite enjoying it. So, yeah, just a little recommendation there for you. Okay, we're going on there with that one. Nice. Okay. Now then, what am I going to do about this gluey mess here? Okay, quite like that. Oh, actually, could be a happy accident because I quite like what's going on now. I think that's a rather nice happy little accident, actually, because I quite like what's going on there. So we're going to go with that. You see, a lot of crafting is all about happy little accidents, and I have them all the time. I'm going to go with that there. I'm going to tuck this one behind. Like so. Yeah, if you have any other recommendations as well for things to watch, I'm always open to suggestion. Why hasn't that worked, peeps? What have I done differently there? Oh well. Pop this one on. I don't actually like that there, but it's going to have to stay there now because Where's the little dragoonist fly gone? What did I do with him, folks? He's here. No, dragonfly is not going to work now. Okay, let's come in with a little that'll do. I'm going to pop that there. Nice. Maybe a bit lower down, perhaps. Okay. Very pretty. I'm going to pop that there. I think I might cut that down a little bit. I've got too much of an expanse of blue going on there that I don't feel is needed. I'm trying not to cover up too much of this little filigree section under here, if I can help it. Okay. I would just also point out, I don't put everything I make into my journals. Sometimes I just get to the point where I think maybe that's not right after all. So, you know, the final walkthrough will tell you if I use something or if I don't use something. I've done that quite a number of times. Okay, we want to put that there. That's very pretty, isn't it? Do I want to cut it down? I think I will. I'm just going to take a little bit off the top of that. Not too much, but yeah, maybe about that much. That's better. I like the proportion of that better now. And then I'm going to come in with my trusty rounder, corner rounder. That's lovely. I'm really happy with that now. Very happy with that indeed. I think that's a really pretty little journal card. And I'm going to pop a little bit of background, I say background, journal paper on the back, preferably not too thick because it's already quite thick card. What have I got here that I can use? That's cardstock. That piece there will do. Okay. So again, this is just a little bit of buff paper. In fact, I think I'll cut it on my trimmer. So it's 5.5. So I want to cut it at 5.25, I think, by 4.25. 5.25 by 4.25. 5.25. Oh, by 4.25. Lovely. Whoops. Knocking things around. And then Hopefully this is thick enough to... No, I didn't think it would be. That's always really irritating, isn't it, when that happens? Let's try this. When the paper's not thick enough and it won't go... There we go, that's better, isn't it? It's very frustrating when that happens. There we go. Love it. Like so. That's just a little tip for you as well. If you're trying to cut something with a corner rounder and it won't cut, just pop any old bit of paper in with it and it does the job, as you can see. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pop that on there and that will be a nice little journaling space. Let me get that out of the way because we don't need that now. There we go. Perfect. That is overly jubbly. Little bit of glue stick. Oops. Oops. Oh dear, getting overzealous again, aren't we? Let me put that in its holder. That can go on there. Preferably a little bit better positioned than that dawn would be nice. That'll do. There we go. Just get rid of the excess glue. There we are. Lovely. And that is one journal card completed. That's beautiful, isn't it? So that's that one done. And now we want to have a play with this one. So for this one, I wanted to put this on. And I'm not really sure what else this needs actually, because the design is beautiful in itself, but birds, another bird cage perhaps, like so. And then this little chappy. Oh, I've just thought I've got, rather than having that one, I did cut one of these out in the pale blue. How gorgeous is that? Maybe that can come down there. Again, seat of pants and flying. Okay, so I think I've planned this one out now. I am going to pop this along the bottom here. So I want to cut this just about there. And then I will even it up and trim it off to either side so that we've got a nice even bit across there. I think my glue gun needs to be filled up a little bit. Okay, just pop a few little dabs along the way here. Dibby dabby do. Like so. Let's see if we can get this about even. Would be good, wouldn't it? About there, I reckon. Okay, let me take the excess away. There we go. Right, so that's that little bit on. I'm just going to trim both edges. 1 and 2. Fab. First bit on. Okay. And now I want to position these. These are going to be a little bit trickier because they need to join. Okay, I'm going to pop a little pencil mark just there, just so I know where that edge needs to be. So, gluing this on is interesting. These little filigrees are very pretty, but they are incredibly awkward to glue. So just pre-warning you, if you use them, they take a bit of glue in. Need to make sure that all the little pieces that are likely to stick up have got a little bit on, if nothing else does have. Okay, so I wanted that, I think, about there-ish. That's what we're going with. Now then, this might not have been the best idea for the card to use because it is marking very easily, but I'm hoping we will get round that. Who knows? We will just have to continue and see what occurs, won't we? And again, just all the fiddly little bits that are likely to stick up, just try and get a little bit of glue on them when you're doing anything similar. There we go, I think we're there. Missed that bit there. Are we there? Are we nearly there yet? One more. Okay. And then this one wants to go here. That one wants to go up there. And then we just want to ease that down. That fly is really getting on my nerves. Okay. Right, so that's the main part down. Okay. Righty ho. I'd like a little flower. I say a little flower. This is quite a chunky piece, but it's very pretty. And this is actually part of the kit, this one. I want to bring that in about there, I think. And then I'm going to bring in the bird cage, obviously, because we have birds. Like so. Okay, I'm happy with that. We are going for the stick. We are committing. All right, so I want that about there-ish. Okay, and then I want this. This was where my printer was playing up the other day and wouldn't print properly. But we didn't waste it. And then I want to bring this in about there. That's very lovely. Okay. I think we're okay with that. I want to bring this one in here. But before I do that, just wondering if I want a little word or something. Let me find my words. Words. Here we go. So, there's lots of bits in here from Amanda too. I'm just going to look and see if there's anything I like. I mean, I like them all, of course, but it's just finding something that is actually going to work. Now, this is from her word soup. I just want to audition this just to see what it looks like. Because it's blue, innit? So, we're going to see what this one looks like. There we go. That's quite cute. Maybe not. I was just wondering if I wanted something behind it, perhaps. Let me stick that on there. If it doesn't look right, of course, I can always clip it off. It doesn't matter. I'm going to have a look, see what that looks like. I just feel it needs a word of some description. But I don't want to use the word Paris on it because obviously I've used that on the other journal card. So I am using Amanda's word soup instead. Gosh, this is a bit blinding. Sorry, folks. Trying to see where to cut. It's a bit blinding. Let me just take that off of there for a minute. There was my little trimmer. Might be better if I used my little old trimmer. That's better. It's better. It's workable. Get off. Right. Going to snip that there. Didn't do a very good job of that, did I? Dear me. Snip that there. Okay. How's that? Do I even like it? Or do I feel Quite like it there, actually. Okay, I'm going to stick this down. I'm happy enough with that, I believe. Right, he was going there. That was going there. Good old word soup of Amanda's always comes in handy, doesn't it, when you're looking for a word? There we go. Okay. Just taking the white core edge off there. Let me pop my little butterfly on. I found them. They was hiding. Okay. Oh, I haven't stuck my birdie down either. Silly me. Let's pop my birdie down. Oops. I got the nozzle stuck in the bird. Okay. Right, let me just wipe him down a little bit so that it's not going to ooze. And then he wants to go just about there. There we are. Gorgeous. Love it. So pretty. Right. Now I just need to decide, do I want a little butterfly down here? Or do I want these little beasties? Did you see that fly just fly past then? It's like, go away. Or do I want them all? I am going to pop my little butterfly on. Thank heavens for butterflies. That's all I can say. Right, I'm going to pop butterfly on there. Yes, butterfly is definitely going there. There we go. Lovely. Okay, butterfly is going there, I believe. Okay. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to fill this up for some reason. I'm not even sure I like it. I wonder if I've got... No, that's too much. Maybe... There, that one there. I quite like that. I don't know why. That little corner there was bugging me for some reason. And I just feel it needs these. So that's what we're doing, okay? You're probably all shouting at me. But do you know what? Each to their own. I'm not quite sure why I needed these. I just did. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. I am going to round my corners. Beautiful. Back it with some journaling space. That's a bit too small, so I want to cut that about there. And about there. I'm not measuring it, that'll do. That'll do. So, cut that there. Pop that up there, that'll do for stamping. Pop that there. That'll do for a little journal card of some description. Maybe one of these. Or one. 2. 3. And 4. Now I could have saved myself the job and cut that first and done the card with the backing, couldn't I? Isn't? Okay. Let's throw that out of the way. Give that a good little bit of inkety splinkety. A little bit of paper to glue on. Right, let's try and have a little bit of care this time. Just for a change. Oh gosh, this has gone all nasty, hasn't it? Is it just the heat that's making the glue so gloopy at the moment? It's not just my my Fabri-Tac, but it's also my glue stick as well. Okay, let's see if we can get this down in one hit this time. Or maybe not. No, let's not just do it in one hit. It's far too boring, isn't it? That'll do. It don't need to be perfect. It just needs to be on there. Okay, that's that little journal card done. Gorgeous. Love that. Very pretty indeed. Now then, one little job left to do. Let me gloop that over there. One little job left to do, and that is, of course, just pop a couple of little gems on there. Lovely. Oh, they're gorgeous. I'd like to put little gems on there, but I haven't really got any tiny ones. I might have a look, see what I've got in my stash in a moment. And I'd like also to pop some on these little chaps here. One there. One there. Oops, that was a bit blobby, Dawn. Okay, I'm going to go with And three there. Lovely. There we go. Gorgeous. That just finishes that off nicely. And then, are these too big? I might get away with just two on there. Just a couple of little ones on there, methinks. Ooh, come on. There we go. Nice. And there we have it. Two little journal cards are ready to go in the journal. Aren't they lovely? I think they look really lovely. All made out of bits that would have been left over, apart from obviously the bits from the kits which I've added in, because you need those because that's part of the fun of the journal. And we've used up a little bit of lace. We've used up some bits there that I otherwise wouldn't have used. These two backing bits here were from the, like I say, the 3D globe. And I made that absolutely ages ago, before Christmas, I think it was. And, or it might have been just after, I can't remember. But they've been sat there ever since, not being used. So I've made use of those. I've had a play with my die cut and used some smashing little bits from that. So yeah, all in all, I think that's an absolute triumph. Love it. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you like them, and I will look forward to seeing you for Quickfire Friday. So take care, everybody. Bye for now.